Secret that I am a former liberal who, in early 2017, walked away from the Democratic Party, and right along with them, it is no secret that I am a former liberal who, in early 2017, walked away from the Democratic Party, and right along with them, the liberal media. That term, liberal media, was one that, in my previous allegiance to the left, made me bristle. I thought, there's no such thing as liberal media. There's right-wing propaganda, and then there's the truthful media, reliable sources like CNN, MSNBC, the Huffington Post, the Washington Post, the New York Times, BuzzFeed, Vice. The fact of the matter is, the media is overwhelmingly liberal. The media is run by 6 corporations in its entirety, all located in the same blue states in a tightly constricted bubble. In 1971, Republicans made up 25.7% of journalists. Democrats were 35.5%. Today, 77% of reporters identify as Democrats and just 7% as Republicans. As a gay man, I placed my trust in these media entities. I believe that I could rely on them for truth, and I believe these media outlets displayed a genuine compassion for marginalized minorities in America. The truthful media seem to be the only news sources acknowledging the purportedly prevalent existence of racism, homophobia, xenophobia, transphobia, sexism, and bigotry commonly experienced by minority classes in this country. Never in my life did it occur to me to question the ethics or motivations of the liberal media. To me, they were just the good guys. In 2016, I voted for Hillary Clinton. When Trump won the election, I was confused and outraged. How could half the country support someone so unfit, so unsound, and so morally objectionable? In January of 2017, I bitterly proclaimed on social media I would never be able to understand how anyone could vote for a man who stood before a cheering crowd and mocked a reporter's disability. And that's when somebody sent me this.
I mentioned the word regulated. What do you think about ISIS? Oh, ISIS is very tough. They said, Senator Cruz, what do you think of waterboarding? I don't want to talk about it. You know, he didn't want to talk about waterboarding. Written by a nice reporter. Now the poor guy, you got to see this guy. I don't know what I said. I don't remember.
Doing a comical imitation of somebody getting flustered after being called out for being dishonest and mocking someone's disability is a very important distinction. To intentionally mislead the public into believing something terrible and sinister took place, something that strikes a blow straight into the heart of what we consider to be common civility and the basic standards of decency, is reprehensible. To purposely invoke racism, homophobia, bigotry, and falsely assign these emotionally charged accusations to people in situations where they do not belong, simply to control your thinking, is criminal. And it turns out, they do it all the time. The media is keenly aware of a simple premise. If they can control how you feel, they can control how you think. Time magazine put out an issue with a little girl on the cover who appeared to be separated from her mother in an effort to take advantage of your kind hearts and your desire to protect children. Except this girl was never separated from her mother. Donald Trump was asked a question about MS-13 gang members. MS-13, a gang whose motto is rape, control, kill, to which he called them animals. The entire media then removed the question and the context to report that Donald Trump called all immigrants animals. They lied to you about Donald Trump. They lied about Brett Kavanaugh. They lied about children in cages. Hell, they even lied about walkaway. They were wrong about the election outcome. They were wrong about the Covington kids. They were wrong about Jussie Smollett. And yes, oh yes, they were wrong about Russian collusion. They report so much bias toward 50% of Americans and stoke racial hatred, with emphasis on stories that turn out to be hoaxes. They consistently lie about our fellow Americans in order to get us to hate each other. And why? Power and control. It starts to make sense why the fake news has been labeled the enemy of the people. If it's interference in the election that you're concerned about, you don't need to go all the way to Russia. There is nobody more than our own liberal media who attempts to divide Americans by race and extreme ideology, or who is conducting information warfare against the United States with the goal of spreading distrust toward candidates and the political system. The election of this president has only caused the media to double down on their manipulative tactics, the identity politics, the race baiting, the fear-mongering, the intentional injection of paranoia about your own fellow Americans. I know many of you are starting to see it. And I know how disturbing this realization can be.
Everybody know, vote Trump 2020 here in New York. Vote Trump 2020, baby. That's what it is. Long Island, New York.
We have 30 seconds left. What do you want to talk about the next topic, and give it a little 15-second teaser what to expect for our next episode?
Okay, I think we can touch up on the nursing home situation, which right now is taking on another level. Department of Justice has actually launched an investigation, and in New York itself, and in other states, especially New York, they've done more isolation now and more strict guidelines.
All right.
Into that, it's becoming an issue.
All right, so we'll be back in about 2 minutes, everybody. Stay tuned as we talk about. We are here with Henry Grullon from New York City. Hey, Henry, how are you?
Hey, how's everybody?
And also we have Dr. Annette Tejero from Las Vegas. How are you, doctor? Oh, there you go. How are you, doctor?